KY3 continues its in-depth look at the suicide problem in our community. We found the suicide rate in the Springfield area is 60% higher than the national average. Men make up 80% of the suicides in this area, and that's why the Springfield Greene County Health Department and its partners have teamed up for a campaign called Hey Man You Good, which targets men and their mental health needs.
There's ebbs and flows in life. There are things that hold you down, but there's always light at the end of the tunnel, and suicide's not the way to go.
Adam Schwartz is an Air Force Special Warfare veteran who did multiple tours in Iraq. He started the Two Black Ravens Foundation to help veterans cope with their mental health issues through art.
We teach art to wounded, injured, and ill service members and veterans, and we help them process their trauma.
Suicide prevention is a cause close to his heart. He knew several men in the service who took their own lives, including one at a portable restroom in Iraq. The man ignored him when he walked in, and Schwartz asked how he was doing. Schwartz didn't think anything of it until he left the building and was about 100 meters away.
Unfortunately, the gun popped and he had committed suicide in that stall. I was the last guy to talk to him.
Hey man, you good? I'm fine. Come on, man. Let's talk about it.
Men make up about 80% of the suicide deaths in the Springfield area. It's one reason the Healthy Living Alliance of the Ozarks launched the Hey Man You Good campaign in September 2023. The initiative encourages men to talk about mental health concerns and reduce the stigma that often goes with it.
In Southwest Missouri or in the Ozarks, we have that culture of rugged individualism where pull yourself up by the bootstraps and you got to take care of it.
Too often, men suffer in silence with their own mental health rather than reaching out and talking to somebody about it.
The Hey Man You Good videos show men doing things like playing basketball and playing cards, ending with a message from a community leader. The Springfield Greene County Health Department is one of the groups behind the campaign.
A lot of times men are somewhat reluctant to talk about their own mental health, and a lot of times don't realize that they might be dealing with a mental health issue. They might think it's stress, things like that are just kind of weighing on them.
Assistant Health Director John Mooney says they conducted a series of focus groups with men to come up with some of the messaging. He says it's about normalizing conversations about mental health.
Speaking just from my own experience, the more I have that conversation with friends, family, the more natural it just becomes.
We do this as guys with other guys anyway. You know, we have camaraderie. We're playing sports, we're hanging out, we're doing things. We have that friendship. We're just not asking those questions.
Chris Davis is the Vice President of Prevention and Youth Support for the Community Partnership of the Ozarks, another organization that helped plan the campaign.
When someone is diagnosed with cancer, they get casseroles, right? We rally around them. When someone's diagnosed with depression, we don't give casseroles. We need to get to where we have casseroles for everybody.
1 year into the Hey Man You Good campaign, Davis says they're seeing more groups and businesses interested in mental health training, where they learn how to identify the signs of mental health problems and how to address them. The campaign directs people to the website mentalhealth417.com. There have been more than 15,200 visitors since the website launched in May 2023. Mooney says the more you get the word out, the more people will talk about mental health and suicide and learn about resources that can help.
Ultimately, we want to see suicide deaths drop in our community. That's the end game with this, but we understand that there's a lot of steps along the way to get there.
Moving into year 2 of Hey Man You Good, Davis and Mooney say their organizations will partner with additional groups and businesses to make more people aware of the campaign and the mental health resources that are available here in the Springfield area. Schwartz says he's glad Greene County is trying to reach men through the campaign, but says more needs to be done.
Just talking about it isn't enough. There's got to be something done beyond that, and I think that's where the art kind of comes into play. It's the oldest form of communication, and I think that's why it's so beneficial.
We have links to the videos and helpful information about depression and suicide prevention with this story on our website at ky3.com. And remember, if you're struggling with thoughts of suicide or you know someone who is, you can call or text the National Suicide and Crisis Lifeline at 988.